Good morning. My name is Mike Moroz. I'm the MLA for River Heights and the Minister of Innovation and New Technology. And on a day like today, I feel compelled to tell you I'm a longtime theater teacher as well. And that, of course, causes me to wonder why all of those good folks are standing so far away when there are so many available chairs. If this were a classroom, I would be deeply suspicious of all of you. I've got my eye on you. Before we begin, I'd like to honor the sacredness and the importance of this land and the ancestors who once walked where we stand today. The Ananishewek, the Innuit, the Dene, the Dakota, the Inuit and the Anishinaabe nations, as well as the Red River Métis Nation, who paved the way to what is now known as Manitoba, home of all treaty people. The reason we share this information with you is to remind us all of our treaty histories and the original homelands of all of those nations, which have become home to all of us here today. Today's announcement is an important one for the performing arts community here in Winnipeg. I want to acknowledge some of the people who are here with us today, beginning with Angela Birdsell, Executive Director of the Winnipeg Symphony, and the many talented members of the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra who are here playing for us beforehand. To start off, please welcome the Premier of Manitoba, the Honourable Wab Kinew.
Thanks, Mike. Good morning, everybody. We're very happy to be here to announce $15 million from the provincial government to help bring the Pantages Playhouse back to life. This is a tremendous project to advance arts and culture in Winnipeg and across Manitoba, but it's also a big investment in our downtown. And we have a vision for a downtown that's safe and friendly and welcoming, where the safety is advanced by bringing more people downtown, having a critical mass of Winnipeggers and Manitobans being patrons to the arts. And so when there's a great group of people advancing a project like this, it's easy to say yes to that kind of investment. For years, I think this facility has served our community, and now we're so happy that future generations of Manitobans will be able to learn about what makes life worth living in this part of the world by attending events here and, of course, connecting with arts and culture. So on behalf of the province of Manitoba, congrats to the whole team that's been working on this to date, and we're so very pleased to join you in your efforts to revitalize the Pantages and to revitalize downtown. Thank you.
Thank you, Premier. Next, please welcome someone who continues to support and uplift the performing arts community here in Winnipeg, the Minister of Sport, Culture and Heritage, Nellie Kennedy.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is such a delight to be here with you all this morning, and it's really just such an exciting day for downtown Winnipeg. The Pantages Playhouse is a cornerstone of our arts and culture landscape, a cultural landmark and a piece of Manitoba's history. For over a century, it has been a home for music, theater, dance, and community gatherings. This investment will help modernize the facility while preserving the heritage features that makes it so incredibly special. We are here today because we believe that a strong and dynamic cultural sector enriches the lives of Manitobans. We all recognize that culture contributes to our health and well-being, and that it helps us build strong and engaged communities. An example of this is embodied by the Sistema Winnipeg program, founded by the WSO. It provides daily music education for kids within the Winnipeg and 7-0 school divisions. Music education and engaging our youth is how we grow the next generation of artists and musicians. The Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra plays a vital role in inspiring young people, engaging diverse audiences, and showcasing Manitoba talent. This investment reflects our commitment to preserving our cultural heritage while building for the future. Together, we are ensuring the Pantages Playhouse continues to be a place where Manitobans come together for decades to come. Thank you so much all for being here today.
Thank you, Minister Kennedy. Now, please welcome the President, Chairperson of the Performing Arts Consortium of Winnipeg, Inc., Kurt Vossen.
Thank you, Minister Moroz, and welcome everyone, Premier, ministers, our guests. We've got a number of representatives of the arts community here joining us today. The Opera, Manitoba Theatre Centre, the Folk Festival, and the ballet, all involved and I think hopefully excited as we are about this particular opportunity. For all performing arts, not just here in Winnipeg, but right across Manitoba and beyond. This is a project that's been a lot of years in the making, more years than I would have liked to have seen, but it's here today in a very material way. We have traction, and we're going to go forward with great resolve and focus to see this project to its conclusion. There are some objectives we wanted to address and outcomes we want to deliver with this project. First of all, we want to reacquaint and reintroduce this wonderful and evocative art center with a lot of generations of activity and involvement by the people of Manitoba, either on the stage or in the audience at this theatre. To allow it to slip from us would be a tragedy. And we hope to prevent that tragedy, but not only prevent it, but improve upon it and deliver to you the kind of charm and historic elements that this building represents, but take it to a new, modern, effective, functional, and comfortable format with superior acoustics that really engage the audience in a way that they haven't necessarily been engaged before. So we're excited about that opportunity. We see that as a clear pathway. We have worked intentionally with a number of different groups to ensure that result. We did a one-year proof of concept. We brought in all sorts of subject matter experts from across Manitoba and North America, acoustics, theater design people that basically specialize in bringing these kinds of venues back to life. Engineering, architecture, and the like, all of which are going to work together now as we go forward to create the kind of result that we're all going to be proud of in this community and across Manitoba. In addition, the Premier mentioned it, the Minister mentioned it, we want to be a material part of downtown redevelopment, revitalization. We want to reanimate this corner. We want to program this theatre successfully for 250 to 300 plus days and nights a year and bring over 1,000 people downtown back to our core, back to our city, and have them feel comfortable and involved in what is really a remarkable downtown and will be as we go forward again. And the third thing we want to do is, on a more commercial and practical basis, we want to change the business model for performing arts organizations in a positive way. We want to look at other forms of revenue, streams of revenue that support these incredible, talented musicians and performers in a sustainable, productive, and effective way going into the future. So, great day for us. I would like to point out that a small, very generous, visionary, inspiring group of people supported the proof of concept in a very material way. It was a bet on the practicality and the doability of this project, and I would like to salute them. And secondly, I would like to express my personal appreciation to the province, to the Premier, to the ministers, and to the administration of this government for seeing the value of this and giving it the traction that it now has, and take us to the next level. It does two things. One, it gets us a lot closer to our financial goals to make this a reality, and secondly, it gives us validation. It gives the project that validation, that vote of support that we can now take to other levels of government and other parts of the private sector and express the doability and the prospects and the success that this project should have. So thank you to the government of Manitoba. Thank you to that small group of visionaries that worked with us. Thanks to the people that are involved in this project for years, both in the architectural side, number 10 in particular, Boxstall and others that have been very intimately involved in this project. Thank you to all of you, and thanks to our musicians who just keep getting it done. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt. Next, please welcome someone who truly knows the impact of downtown revitalization, Executive Director of Heritage Winnipeg, Cindy Tugwell.
On behalf of Heritage Winnipeg and the heritage sector, I'm absolutely thrilled to be here today to celebrate the provincial government's announcement to invest over $15 million in the revitalization of the landmark Pantages Theatre. Also, a big, huge thank you to the WSO and the Performing Arts Consortium and the many others that have been part and played a pivotal role in its success. Built as a vaudeville theater, it opened in 1914, and this historic building has stood the test of time on Main Street for over 110 years. Named after businessman Alexander Pantages, this theater is a reminder of what an asset our heritage buildings are in the downtown. Famous people have performed here, such as Charlie Chaplin, Jack Dempsey, and Harry Houdini, to name a few. At the turn of the 20th century, Winnipeg was growing quickly and the importance of culture was evident. And we have always been a city of resilience, innovation, and people that care about others and where we are going. An iconic and significant heritage building in the cultural district of the Exchange District, a National Historic Site, and in 1995, it also received recognition as a National Historic Site by the Historic Sites and Monuments Board. Our amazing and unique built heritage stands as a reminder to embrace the importance of our history and our built heritage, as it is such an important and key factor in the success of our downtown revitalization. The greenest building is an existing building, and this investment in our downtown will stimulate the local economy, create jobs, and bring people back downtown to this historic building on Main Street as a significant cultural hub for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. That concludes the formal part of our announcement today. I want to thank everyone for attending and supporting this exciting announcement. We now open the floor to questions from the media.
City News, what kind of timeline now are you guys on? What's the next step now that you've got this investment in terms of construction going to start? What's coming next for you guys?
Go for it. Go ahead.
Thanks for that question. It's a great one because it's probably the one we get most frequently. We're now starting the detailed design drawing phase of the work. So we have a beautiful design, as Kurt mentioned, by number 10. We'll be looking at environmental remediation and some selective demolition. Then we move on to the construction drawings, the next phase. So we're looking at basically 30 months out from construction drawings. So right now, I think our earliest timeline is 2029 to open.
Is there any funding still outstanding from the federal government?
Very happy to answer that question. So we're focusing all of our attention on the last frontier, I think, of public sector funding, which would be the federal government. And we have a very ambitious ask in front of the federal government right now. We feel that it's great timing. This is a shovel-ready project. It's a community-significant project. It's going to be a creative hub for not just the WSO, but communities all across the city. And so we urge you all to pick up the phone and call your MPs or write to your MPs, and please let them know how important this project is for the City of Winnipeg and the province of Manitoba. Our private sector has surpassed all expectation from a very small group of donors. Once the federal support comes through, we will be at 80% of our goal, and we will be going back to the private sector to complete our fundraising goal, which will be somewhere in the vicinity of another 15 million. We feel very, very confident that there are a great many people interested in this project, and that the general public will deliver in spades. So look for the public sector campaign toward the end of this year, early next year. We're requesting $22 million from the federal government, which will take us to 80% of our goal. We're looking at $62 million.
Is there any, can you tell us anything about what future plans the city has for its current home in the concert hall? Do we Pantages?
We have all different types of shows. So the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra produces 60 to 70 events a year, everything ranging from classics to, as you've seen, wrestling matches with orchestra, to movies, to kids shows, to the New Music Festival. We'll be very selective about what we perform here at Pantages and what we perform at the concert hall, but we fully expect that some of our largest shows will remain at the concert hall. We've been known to sell out 3 Harry Potter movie shows at 2,300 seats a show. At the concert hall, it would make perfect sense for us to keep large events like that at the hall. We will still be a very important and viable tenant for the concert hall, and we really value that partnership. The federal funding is going to come through, especially if you all email and write and call your MPs.
Unequivocal.
En français? Des bénévoles en français? Est-ce que c'est moi?
Ouais.
Bon, oui, allez-y. Excusez-moi, je ne vous entends pas tellement très bien. Oui.
Pour répéter le message de conférence de presse.
Vous pourriez redire, s'il vous plaît, en français, le but de cette annonce et pourquoi vous décidez d'investir pour développer
Le but, c'est d'avoir une salle qui convient à l'acoustique de l'Orchestre symphonique de Winnipeg. Premièrement, on sera la dernière grand orchestre au Canada de se retirer de la salle. Il y a beaucoup de salles qui ont été construites dans les centenaires du Canada. Alors, plusieurs orchestres sont des salles de 1000 sièges à peu près. Et aussi, c'est le fait que cette ville n'a pas une très bonne salle de 1000 sièges. Et c'est très important. Il y a des artistes, non seulement classiques, mais de toutes sortes de genres, du jazz, du folk, qu'on ne reçoit pas ici à Winnipeg parce qu'on n'a pas une salle qui leur convient. De rien. Absolutely. It's our intention that this hall be filled 300 and some days, evenings of the year. Before Pantages closed in 2018, there were 75 community groups that used this hall 150 days of the year. So none of those groups are coming. There were community groups, there were professional groups, semi-professional groups. None of them are coming downtown anymore. So we want to open up our arms. We want to have our home here, administrative and performing, but we also want to open our arms and open our doors on things like First Fridays and Nuit Blanche. We don't have a street presence. We want to welcome the community in. We want to have people playing in this area, in other areas of the hall, on the stage, etc. So it's in our best interest, it's in everyone's interest that this hall is occupied as many days, evenings as possible, and it will certainly not uniquely be the WSO. Absolutely, musical groups.
Both professional and amateur.
Yeah. It's a great spot for professional and amateur theater and also for various forms of dance. We had a lot of dance groups that used to perform in here prior to the closure. We had many choral groups that performed here prior to the closure. We had a lot of comedy in here prior to the closure. It might be a great spot for lectures, a great spot for screenings of rep cinema. So we're looking at all of those other functions of the hall as well.
Great.
Great.
Well, congratulations.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Good job. Right, our MP. Right, our MP.